Hi guys, welcome to All of Beauty's second flow. I'm Ray. If you haven't met me before, here I am. Thanks for joining me for this flow. You might need some blocks or a strap, whatever. Whoa, I feel weird. Whatever your practice often uses is what I would suggest to use. And that being said, we'll get started seated in the middle of our mat. You can come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Remove any flesh away from your sit bones. If you feel comfortable in half lotus or full lotus, please do so. Just finding a comfortable place for your body to relax and take a few breaths. Maybe roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Find some movement before we find ourselves to stillness. Once you've found a little bit of stillness, just the invitation to close down the eyelids and take a couple of breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling like all your bones are stacking upon each other, both sit bones grounded, spine nice and tall, sitting as tall as you truly are, collarbones open, shoulders feeling settled on your back. Maybe relaxing and swallowing in between your mouth, letting your jaw relax. Just taking a quick scan, seeing how you feel this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're doing this flow. Just noticing if there's any areas of tension you're holding in your body, and imagining with every exhale you can just release that tension a little bit at a time. Maybe relax all of the emotion off of your face, relaxing all of the muscles around your eyes, your forehead, your mouth. And just settling down, finding your ground, finding your breath, finding the rhythm of your own personal breath before we start this flow. Just finding a couple more deep and grounding breaths here as we just sit. Just start to notice your body. There's no right or wrong answer. There's no bad or good. It just is. Wherever you are, gently blink your eyes open, keeping your gaze soft down your cheeks, as to not let the vision take over all of our senses. Just noticing how you feel now that you've taken a few breaths. We'll inhale to raise our arms up overhead, grasping for an interlace, flipping our palms open towards the sky, shrugging your shoulder blades down your back and getting really tall in our side bodies. We'll take an inhale and start to twist towards the right side of the room. Exhale to release your arms so they go long. Fingers point up like stop signs. Take a nice breath in this twist. Exhale to gather your hands back at center, turning your torso forward. Exhale to bring your hands through heart center, interlace again, and flip your palms out in front of you. Rounding through the spine, curling your chin in towards your chest, pressing through those sit bones and just feeling that curve happening. Inhale to come back through center, hands can come to heart. We'll inhale to raise our arms one more time overhead. Interlace the funny way this time. Shrug your shoulders down as you flip your palms towards the ceiling. Finding that expansion in our side body. We'll exhale to turn towards the left-hand side of the room. Exhale to release our hands. This time point our fingers down, finding a stretch in our arms and that twist in our body. Take one more inhale here. Stay for your exhale, and then slowly unwind back to center. Arms come up overhead and glide through heart center. Interlace again the funny way and press those palms forward, rounding through one more time here. Dropping your chin to your chest and feeling the hollowing out between your shoulder blades there. Your spine getting nice and round. Inhale to gather your hands back to heart center. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And then we'll meet up in a comfortable tabletop position. Coming through hands and knees. Toes can be curled or uncurled. Taking a moment to set yourself up here so your shoulders are shoulder distance and your knees are about hip distance apart. From here, we'll press into the palms, raising our crown of our head and tailbone up towards the sky, finding our cow belly breath. Exhale to round in. Again, finding this cat, angry cat feeling that we were just doing in seated. Inhale through cow belly. Exhale through cat. And from here, we'll meet back in our neutral spine. We'll ground down through our hands, slide our right toes back, curled under, extending that right leg. Slide your left toes back, extending that leg long behind you and finding a plank variation here. Knees can always be down if you need. Taking a couple of breaths in our plank, finding that strength nice and early on in our practice, pressing through those heels, engaging the entire leg, making sure that your chin is tucked in a little bit so your neck is light, nice and long. One more breath here. Stay for your exhale and then gently release all the way down to the ground. Once on the ground, shuffle your hips behind you, uncurl your toes, send your hands to about mid-rib. Inhale to press up through Bhujangasana. No pressure in your hands, shoelace side press down. Exhale, release. Like a wave, inhaling back up. Maybe really remove those hands. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. Exhale down. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, flipping those toes so they're tucked under. Press up either through plank or tabletop, and then move back into downward facing dog. As this is our first down dog of the day, find some movement here. Pedal out those heels. Shake your head yes or no. Just find any natural movements your body would like in this moment. Once you feel settled, we'll take 3 rounds of breath here in stillness. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Really feeling the weight of your head pulling down towards the ground. On your third exhale, inhale to look forward, exhale to bend those knees and slowly walk up to the front of your mat. Once at the front of your mat, coming through a halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold, bending your knees and grab for opposite elbows, coming to waterfall pose. Just letting your torso rest on your legs, your head hang heavy. Feeling that with every exhale, you can feel the vertebrae release in your spine, your head gets heavy. Couple more rounds of breath here, just letting go as much as you can. On your next exhale, slowly start to bend those knees a little bit deeper so that they come in line with your hips. Release your hands to the ground so they just brush the ground, lifting your torso a bit. We'll inhale to raise our arms out to the side, palms face down, shoulder blades connecting in the back. Exhale to send your arms back behind his palms, yearning for each other. Inhale to drop hands to the floor and then raise them all the way up. Gather through heart center and release palms forward. Finding our mountain pose. You can bring your feet about hips distance apart. Engaging your legs. Feeling strong, like you could lift the arches up from the soles of your feet. Lining your body so that your spine is perfectly aligned. Your head is just sitting there on top of your neck. You can roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring energy into those fingertips and feel alive in this mountain pose. Feel strong, feel tall. Taking one breath here. Inhale, raise your hands up overhead. Exhale to interlace your fingers, releasing your first two fingers like a little Charlie's Angels gun. Exhale, shrug those shoulders down your spine, but feel long. Inhale to reach over towards the right side of the room, grounding down into both feet, feeling that stretch. Now maybe try to transfer some of that weight to your right foot. Get light on your left, still arc over, and maybe extend that left leg, still finding that C with our bodies. One more inhale, wherever you are. Stay for your exhale. And then slowly bring that left foot back to the ground. Inhale up to a tall body. And then exhale to release your hands long, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale through our halfway lift. Exhale to plant your hands and step back into high plank. Taking a breath here. Exhale to release all the way or halfway. Inhale for cobra or up dog, your back bend, your choice. Exhale to roll over our toes and meet back in downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, just finding that length in our spine, sending those sit bones up, yearning our hearts and chest towards our legs. Inhale to take our left hand towards our right ankle. Maybe twist that side body open, looking underneath our right shoulders. Taking a breath here. Exhale to release left hand back down. Take a breath in down dog. Inhale, right hand to left ankle, spinning underneath that shoulder, maybe looking up underneath the armpit. Exhale to release right hand to the mat. Taking another breath in our down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the front of your mat, coming through our halfway lift. Exhale to fold in again. Inhale to bend our knees. Again, bringing our hips in line with our knees. So your arms dangle, lifting your chest a little bit. Inhale, extend arms out towards the side, palms face down, as if you could pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. Exhale to swing your arms back behind, palms face each other, squeezing like you have an invisible ball behind you. Inhale to bring our arms down and forward all the way up to stand. Maybe a slight back bend, and then gather your hands out at heart center. Again, separating your feet about hips distance apart, finding that mountain pose once more. Grounding down into both feet, feeling strong here, feeling energized. All muscles aligned and strong. We'll inhale our arms up overhead, interlace the funny way, release that Charlie's Angels grip, and then find that length in your side body, shrugging those shoulders down before we arc over towards the left-hand side now. Again, finding that strength in both feet, feeling that side body grow longer with every exhale. Maybe stay here. Maybe start to transfer your weight to your left foot. Right foot gets a bit lighter. Maybe extending that right foot out to the side. Finding your balance here with this deep side stretch. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Gently release that right foot down to the ground. Inhale up into our regular mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift hands to shins or floor. And then exhale, this time to hop back into plank or simply step back. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale through up dog or cobra. And then exhale over our toes, downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll inhale, raise our right leg up towards the sky. Exhale to bring our right leg forward and through, planting our back, left knee, keeping toes curled under. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bringing your arms in a circle, planting them at the front of our mat. We'll inhale to raise our left foot, and then exhale to step it forward. Bowing forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, toes still curled under, lowering that knee. Inhale to raise your arms up towards the sky, low lunge. Exhale to circle those shoulders, planting our hands, engaging that right leg, and then stepping the left back. Meeting in plank, taking a breath. Exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. Taking one full cycle of breath here, all the way in, all the way out. Noticing how your body feels now that we're starting to build the heat. Inhale, left leg takes the sky. Exhale, bringing it forward, planting it in between your hands, lowering that left knee, Right toe still curled under. Inhale up to our low lunge. Exhale, round those shoulders back. Engage that right leg, step your left back. Lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. I did that weird, but that's okay. We'll step our right foot forward, bending our left knee down. Inhale up into our low lunge again. Exhale to circle those shoulders. Inhale to engage that left leg, and then step it up with our right. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale all the way up to rise. Hands gather at our heart. Taking a breath here. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring those hands to the floor. Step, hop back into chaturanga. Same plank. Up dog or cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. Just taking a breath here. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Exhale, lower your knees down to the floor, meeting in tabletop. We'll inhale to raise our right hand towards the sky. Exhale to thread it behind our left hand, finding the ground or a block underneath our head. You can stay here. You can curl that left hand forward, just finding a nice stretch in our shoulders here. If that feels good, maybe you can extend your right leg back, your left leg back, Maybe right leg back. Maybe left leg does take back, and then maybe you try and lift it up towards the sky. Finding a bit of a balance here. Exhale to release that knee. Maybe right leg goes back, lifts up. Exhale down. Inhale to bring that left hand back, put in front of your face no matter where you are. Inhale to press up through that left hand. Inhaling right to the sky. Exhale back into tabletop. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, angry cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. This time we'll take our left hand towards the sky. Exhale to thread it behind your right. Coming down onto our ears and relaxing our neck. Maybe right hand crawls forward. Maybe you just stay here. Maybe right leg extends behind. Maybe drop that knee. Maybe left foot behind, extended. Maybe bring that knee back in. Maybe right leg goes back, and then this time tries to take the sky, take some flight, finding balance. Woo! Exhale, release that knee. And then again, maybe that left leg goes back. Maybe it extends up. Exhale to release that knee. Inhale, walk your right hand back in front of your face, pressing into that right hand to brace that left back up to the sky, and then release back down into tabletop. Inhale through cow belly breath. Exhale, round into angry cat. Inhale, a neutral spine. Curl those toes under, and then raise up and back into downward facing dog. From our down dog, we'll inhale, our right leg takes the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, up to three leg. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Stay or shoot that right leg out. Coming into the inner arch of our left foot. Maybe get light on that left hand and reach up, finding falling star. You can stay here, you can slowly drip your throat open, finding a bit of a back bend. Raising those hips towards the sky. One more breath wherever you are. Staying for that exhale. We'll slowly release that left hand towards the ground. Bring that right knee in towards chest, and then plant it in the front of our mat. Come down into about a warrior stance in the back, so our back heel pivots, plants about 30 degrees. Inhale up to a warrior here, settling into that front knee, engaging our back left leg. Take a breath here in our strong warrior. Making sure our hips are squared to the front of our mat. Exhale to release, hands to interlace behind our backs. Pull the knuckles down, looking for a back bend here. Throat opens if your neck allows. Inhale up. Exhale, humble your warrior. Bringing your chest onto the inside of your right leg. Arms reach up overhead, drop down. Your head maybe looks back to that back left toe. Feel those shoulder blades opening up. Right knee hugs to right shoulder. One more breath wherever you are. Staying for that exhale. Inhale, slowly back up. Release your hands down. And then inhale back up to our warrior lunge. Exhale to turn our shoulders, open them, planting our hands, coming high onto our back left toe. Inhale to a plank or a three-leg plank. Halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra. Back into downward facing dog. Just taking a breath here, noticing how that right leg feels compared to our left and how our body does yearn for symmetry. Noticing what your breath is like. If you're clenching your jaw, release it. Inhale, left leg takes the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, all the way back up, three-leg dog. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Extend that leg. Fall onto the inner arch of your right foot, grounding down into that left hand. Inhale, right arm takes the sky. Stay here or start to open up through that back bend, letting your throat drip open. Hips raise up. Exhale, release that right hand down to the ground. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, plant that left foot down. Drop your right back heel into a warrior pose. Set yourself up here, and then raise up into warrior one. Settling your hips. Dream is to have your front left leg parallel. Settling here. Inhale, arms raise overhead. Shrug those shoulders down, but find length in that side body. Exhale to release those hands to interlace behind you, funny side this time. Inhale to pull those hands, knuckles towards the ground. Maybe open up into a slight back bend. Inhale up and humble this warrior. Bring your chest inside that left knee, releasing the weight of your head to the ground, and knuckles yearn for the front of the room, down to the mat one day, in another life maybe. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then use the strength of your legs to inhale all the way up. Exhale to release those hands. Inhale back up to warrior. Exhale to release your shoulders back. Roll your arms. Come high to the back ball of your right foot. Step back into high plank or three-leg dog plank. Lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale through up dog or cobra. And then exhaling back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. I know I need it. We'll inhale, come forward, drop those knees wide. Exhale, back into a child's pose. Letting your belly just drop between those legs. Taking a breath here. Maybe roll your forehead back and forth. Just giving your head a little massage, releasing any tension. On your next inhale, slowly crawl your hands back. If this is comfortable for you, perfect. If this is all your knees can handle, please stay here. If you know you can recline in a wide-legged heroes, then maybe bring your sit bones up and inside your heels. If this is all you can handle, maybe you have a block underneath your sit bones, that's great. Stay here. If you'd like a little more, maybe bring your arms back behind you, finding that opening through our front body. If that feels good, maybe come down to elbows, forearms. Please don't feel any pain in your knees. If you feel pain, it's not good. A good stretch, your edge, that's fine. If it's painful and takes your breath away, please come out. If you feel good here, maybe come down to your arms. Long, come down to the back of your head. Release your palms open. And just feel this entire front side of your body opening up. Just taking a few more breaths wherever you are, wherever you've landed, wherever your body tells you it's the edge. What's your breath texture like? What's the emotion like on your face? Can you melt any of the tension with every exhale? One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. If you're reclined, come back onto elbows, curl your chin, come out safely. From here, press into palms, come back up into our pose here. Exhale to bring your hands towards the ground, gathering your knees closer together in a tabletop. We'll inhale through cow belly, just taking it gentle, however your spine is feeling. Exhale, turn around through our angry cat. Just moving slow, respecting what your body feels like. We don't want to credit card our spine, so just finding some movement here back and forth. From here, we'll extend our left foot behind us, right foot behind us, high plank. You can always, these are always optional, knees are always optional. Halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Inhale, right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that foot forward and through. Plant your back left leg, warrior two. Windmill your hands up and open. Both legs are engaged here, hips are open to the long side of your mat. Right knee yearns for the right pinky side toe so you can see your front big toes. Arms extend out, bringing energy into both arms. Taking a breath here, feeling strong. Knife edge of that left foot is engaged. Inhale, reach forward, right arm extends and drops to that inner right foot. Inhale, left arm down, up and around into bent triangle. Using your right elbow, right shoulder to engage that right knee to move out towards the right. Breath here, feeling long in both side bodies. Now you can stay here. You can bend this back, left arm behind you, reaching for the inner crease of that right leg, finding fingertips. You can stay there. If you know you have the bind, you can take your right hand back behind to reach towards the left. You can always use a strap. You can stay here. You can inhale to look down. Inhale to come onto the ball of your back, right, left leg. Inhale, step that foot forward, finding yourself here, set up. If this feels good, inhale slowly up to stand, bringing that right leg with you. Broadening the collarbones, feeling tall. If this feels good, maybe extending that right leg up. Bird of paradise. Exhale to release. As if you hit the rewind button, slowly lower that right leg down. Keeping the bind, lifting that left foot. Step back, however many times it takes. Finding ourselves set up in that warrior two pose. Inhale to release our arms up towards the sky. That should feel amazing. Inhale up to warrior two. Exhale for a breath in reverse warrior. Inhale to straighten that right leg. Exhale back up. Should feel release there. Inhale, reach forward with that right arm, finding anywhere along that extended right arm, triangle pose here. Imagine that your back body is pressed against the wall, turning those shoulders. Exhale to release, hands forward, coming high on the back of the ball of your left foot. Inhale back to three-leg plank or plank, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, over those toes. Downward facing dog. One whole cycle of breath here. Inhale, left leg takes the sky. Exhale, bring it forward and through. Plant down on that right foot. Inhale up to warrior two. From warrior two, make sure your heel intersects the arch of your back foot or the back heel. Inhale to raise those arms out long, feeling strong, feeling balanced over our bodies here. Inhale, left hand goes forward and plant. You can bring it just to your knee. You can plant it on the block. You can plant it on the floor. Inhale to swing that right arm up and over into bent triangle here. Bringing that left elbow to your left knee, opening it, encouraging it to go to the side. Take a couple of breaths here. Now, again, you can go anywhere along this journey. You can stay here, just building strength. You can exhale, right arm behind, maybe reaching for that crease of your left leg. If you know you can get the bind with a rope, a strap, or with just your fingers, come here, broadening through those collarbones, making sure you're not collapsing into this pose. If you'd like to, you can look forward, come high onto the back of the right foot. Inhale to step it forward. Find your stance here. Come onto the high ball of your left foot. Inhale slowly up to rise. Broadening those collarbones, the shoulders, feeling strong and stable. Maybe extending that left leg out. Exhale, slowly release. And then rewind like we've pressed. Rewind obviously on a button. Stepping that right foot back. Finding our triangle here, or bent triangle. Inhale to release those arms. Oh, it feels so good. Inhale up to warrior two. Exhale to a reverse warrior, just one breath. Inhale, release that front left leg long. Inhale, back up to our warrior two arms. Exhale, left hand along that left leg. Inhale, right arm takes the sky triangle. Breathe here. Exhale to bend that front left knee, planting fingertips, coming high on that left or that right ball of your back foot. Inhale to three-leg plank or plank. Exhale, halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Whew. We have worked hard. From down dog, bring your feet wide to the wide edges of your mat, turning your toes out. Inhale to walk our hands back. Median Malasana, squat pose. If this is tough for you, hard on the knees, whatever, put a block underneath your sit bones. If you feel good here, bring your hands to your heart. Settle into those hips. You've worked a lot of the shoulders and hips. From here, press your elbows into your knees, knees into elbows, lifting the spine, growing tall. How long have we been flowing, I wonder? Exhale, release that right hand to the ground. Inhale, left hand takes the sky, feeling that opening here. You can stay here, you can bind again, left hand drops behind, right arm reaches around that right leg and open up. Maybe drop your throat open, yearning for the back wall. Exhale, release, arms back long. And then back to heart center. Again, pressing knees to elbow, elbow to knee. Feeling tall on their side, body's inner spine. Exhale to release that left hand towards the ground. Inhale, right hand up towards the sky. You can stay here. Maybe drop that right hand behind you. Maybe left hand reaches, binding. Maybe sending your throat up and open. Exhale to release, arms back nice and long. And then gathering at heart center. Exhale to bring your hands forward and just drop your chin towards your chest, rounding into our Malasana here. Inhale to bring those hands back in. One more time, pressing knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Exhale, release those hands, drop your knees down. Find your way into a seated position. Onto your sit bones, kicking those legs out in front of you, coming into a wide leg forward. Weird, awkward transition, but there we are. Just finding somewhere comfortable for you. If you feel like your pelvis is tilting you and you're gonna fall over, maybe putting a block or a bolster underneath your sit bones. Just finding your length here, feeling those inner thighs opening up, taking a breath. You can bring your hands behind you, shoveling those hips forward a little bit if your legs allow. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead, shrug those shoulders down. Exhale, plant your hands in front of your body, pressing into your sit bones, raising your spine. Maybe you stay here, maybe your hands are on blocks. Just listening to your body, maybe crawling those fingertips forward. You can release the work in your legs, just let them sit there. Feel grounded in those sit bones and just honor where your body is telling you to stop. Couple breaths here. Inhale to walk those hands up. Exhale, we'll bring our right hand just to our thigh, resting our head on it. Now this might be a good spot for you to stay, inhaling that left hand up, just arcing over. If you feel like you have more space, you can bring your elbow to the ground. If you have more space than that, maybe bring the inside of your right arm down, really arcing over. Looking underneath that left shoulder. Maybe one day your toes and fingers collide. Inhale back up to center. Bring your hands through heart. This time again, left shoulder or left elbow to the left knee. Maybe you stay here, raising that right arm, feeling that side body. If you have more space, down into the inner line of that left knee. Maybe you release that left arm long, really arcing over. Really make sure that your right sit bones are grounded here. You don't want to be lifting up and doing weird, crazy shit. One more breath wherever you are. Inhale, back up, arms reach up. Exhale through heart center. Bring your hands behind your hips, lean back. If you need to support your knees, that's okay too, but you can just lean back and gather your soles of your feet together. Finding Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. You can shuffle your hips towards your heels if you have space for it. You can always be sitting on a bolster. Interlace your fingers behind or between your toes. It's a good stretch. The fascia starts there obviously because it's our feet. So it really helps expand everything between our toes, not super comfortable. Inhale for a long torso. Exhale, diving your heart towards the soles of your feet. Maybe using your elbows to help encourage those knees towards the ground. Inhale to come back up. Release the interlace except for the peace fingers around your toes. Lean back to bring your knees in towards your chest. I'll go this way so you can see. Keeping a long spine. Inhale, legs off the ground. You can stay with bent legs or you can try and extend those legs long. Using your arms to help encourage those legs, keeping a tall spine. We'll see if I can do this with you, but inhale, right arm up, trying to keep the height of that left or that right leg. Exhale to gather that peace finger around your right toe again, finding that length. Exhale, releasing left up towards the sky, left foot still stays high, maybe. Exhale, grabbing peace fingers. Taking a breath here. Exhale, maybe kissing chest towards thigh. Inhale to release. Exhale to release arms, both arms out to the side. You can bend to boat. Exhale, release your feet. Gather your knees in. Taking a squeeze here. Hard for me. And then again, find your way into Baddha Konasana. Once again, thread those fingers between your toes. This time we'll dive our forehead towards the soles of our feet, so rounding our spine. You can send those elbows down again towards your knees. Just breathing here. Feeling like the back of your shoulder blades are opening up, reaching for the sky. Hollowing out that back side body. Inhale back up. Exhale, release your hands, gathering your knees. We'll cross our feet, come through tabletop, and then lower all the way down to the ground. From the ground, extend your arms long. Feel yourself just melting into the ground, palms facing down. Inhale to bring your left palm by your shoulder, keeping your left arm long. Press into your left palm to roll your torso towards the right. Finding anywhere that feels like a really good stretch on this right arm, right shoulder. If this feels like a good place to stay, anywhere along that slow roll over to your right. Maybe you bring that top left leg up towards the sky. Maybe you send that left hand back behind, yearning for that right. Just feeling where your edge is here. Opening those shoulders. We've done lots of work with them. If you feel numb or tingling, come out. You've gone too far. Exhale to release. Left hand back down if it's not already. Rolling back to our bellies and taking a breath here with chin on the mat. Just noticing how that right shoulder feels to the left. Inhale to bring that right shoulder in underneath, right palm in underneath our shoulder. Exhale to press into that right hand, rolling our torso. Again, finding your space. If this feels like a lot, then stay. If you'd like to lift that right leg up into our planting our sole there, please do. If you'd like to send the right hand back behind, go ahead. Just breathing here. If you need a block under your head, please go ahead and do that. Just anything to help your body relax into the stretch. Couple more breaths. Inhale, right arm raises. If it's not already, planting by your right shoulder again. Slowly rolling back down to our bellies. You can sway the hips side to side if your low back needs a little bit of a release. Take a breath. Curl your toes under, bring your hands under your shoulders, and press into our tabletop. From tabletop, we'll inhale one more time through our cow belly. Round through angry cat. Untuck our toes, and now find Dandasana. Staff pose. Legs just out in front, removing those flesh away from the sit bones. Hands can press down by our hips, raising our spine. Breath here, legs are active, toes are curled in towards our calves. We'll exhale to slowly curl those hands forward, just finding a fold here. Inhale to crawl your hands back up, bringing your knees in with you. Planting the soles of your feet, slowly reverse. Sit up yourself all the way down to our backs. Once on our backs, tuck those shoulders underneath us. Gather your knees into your chest for a squeeze. Maybe roll side to side. Exhale, plant the soles of your feet. Inhale to raise your hips up and over towards the right side of our mat. Exhale to drop our knees towards the left. Extend our arms out. Maybe gaze tracks over that right arm. Just relaxing into this T stretch. Letting gravity do all the work here. Noticing how you feel after that work. Inhale, gaze back to center. Exhale, using a bit of core strength, bring those knees in. Press to the soles of your feet to lift your hips now towards the left side, dropping the knees towards the right. This time, sending your gaze over that left arm if neck allows. Again, just drop into gravity's embrace here. Let her hold you. All you have to do is be. You've nowhere to be but here. Inhale, gaze back to center. Exhale, using that core strength, bring your knees in. Press into the soles of your feet to center your hips. Gather your knees back into your chest for one more squeeze. Exhale to release into Shavasana. Send your legs long, your arms long. Letting your breath go. Just breathe your natural rhythm. Maybe let it go with a sigh. Breathing in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Maybe one more time. Relax. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Slowly start to bring some life into those fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Reach overhead like a big morning stretch, waking up for the second time today. Bring those knees back into your chest for a squeeze. Then rock up to a seated position. I always like to read to my students. There's just so much wisdom out there, and I think it's smart. So this is Aloneness by Osho. It can be very difficult to have one's own space, but unless you have your own space, you will never become acquainted with your own being. You will never come to know who you are. Always engaged, always occupied in 1,001 things, in relationships, worldly affairs, anxieties, plans, future, past. One continually lives on the surface. When you are alone, you can start settling, sinking inward, because you are not occupied. You will not feel the way you have always been feeling. It will be different. That difference also feels strange. And certainly, one misses one's lovers, one's friends. This is not going to be forever. It's just a small discipline. And if you love yourself deeply, to go down into yourself, you will be ready to love others even more deeply, because one who does not know oneself cannot love very deeply. If you live on the surface, your relationships cannot have depth. It is your relationship after all. If you have depth, then your relationship will have depth. Gathering your hands to heart center, bowing your chin towards your fingertips, thanking yourself for taking time, making space in this weird world to make time for yoga. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Until next we meet.
Bye bye.